welcome to my new episode of Let's Bake with me, Mommy Ducky, and today we're going to be doing ice fingers, and for this we will need the following ingredients. So for this you will need 200 grams or 9 ounces of strong white flour, 20 grams or 3/4 of an ounce of softened butter, 25 grams or 1 ounce of caster sugar, 1 egg, 7 grams or 1/4 of an ounce of yeast, 5 grams of salt, 75 millilitres of warm milk and 70 millilitres of water. Okay, so I've already got my flour in the bowl, and to that we add the yeast. And what I tend to do, if you put the yeast at the end of the bowl and just mix it in with your little finger or your finger so it's all done, then add the softened butter and then add the salt, and make sure when you add the salt you put it the other side of the bowl where you put the yeast, and mix that in as well. And the reason why you do this is if you add the salt on top of the yeast, it can stop the yeast from working and you won't get any rise in your dough. Then we add the sugar and the egg, and then we add the warm milk, and it's slightly warm because this can help the yeast to start reacting. And then what we do, you can use a mixer if you want to with your dough paddle on there, but I'm going to do it by hand so you can feel it. And what you need to do is you need to mix it all up. I don't know whether you can see that. You keep mixing it until it's all combined. Then what you need to do is you add a little bit of the milk, the water, but hold a bit back. So I've added just a little bit of, like half of that water, and you'll start, the dough will start coming together. And then once you've got that and there's a little bit left, just add a little bit more of the water, and there you've got your dough. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to flour the board and pull out the dough. See, it's a really sticky mixture, and what we need to do is just a bit more, roll the dough until it stops sticking like that. And your hands get all sticky, at least you can feel it. And you just keep rolling it. Just put it here. And you just keep doing that until your dough starts getting smoother and more together. Usually about 10 minutes of doing this. So there you go. I've been doing this for about 5 minutes now. As you see, the dough is not as sticky as it was. It's starting to get quite smooth. And you just keep kneading it over and over again, so we get the yeast and everything all mixed in. And you can be as rough as you want with it. Some people, sometimes you see them bang it down. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you keep on kneading. That's my workout done for today. So I've been doing that for about 10-12 minutes. And what I do, I've got a glass bowl so you can see it. Pop it in a bowl and then cover it with a bit of cling film and then put it somewhere warm and in the house, as long as, you know, about 20 degrees centigrade is warm enough, for about an hour to an hour and a half. And what should happen, it should double in size. And there you go. So I've put the dough in a warm place, and as you can see it's risen to double its size. And we take off the cling film, and then what we do is very carefully scoop out the dough. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then what we need to do is we'll just sprinkle it again, and we need to roll it and cut into 6 equal pieces. So as near as I can get it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just roll them into the ball and then roll them out till they're about 5 inches long. And you do that with every one of them. I'll just get my little measuring. That's 4. Right, and then just copy the same with all of them. Okay, so we rolled them out, and then we very carefully put them on the tray, just leaving enough space for them to hopefully double in size, but they can be touching when they come out, because that's when they've got nice soft sides if they're touching. So there you go, and then we'll put those into a place where it's nice and warm again for about 40 minutes or until they've doubled in size. So I've taken these out of the proving drawer. They've been in there for 40 minutes and I'm now going to pop them into the oven for another just 10 minutes on 190 fan or 220 degrees centigrade. Okay, so I've now got the buns out of the oven and we're ready to ice them. So into the bowl goes 100 grams of icing sugar, and then what we do is we add a couple of teaspoonfuls of water and we just mix. You can do this with a spoon or with your fingers and just slowly mix together the icing like so. Better to add a little bit of water at a time than it all together. And what we're looking for is an icing that doesn't run off the bun but actually holds its shape. So we keep mixing this until we get the right consistency. So we've got our mixture there ready, and I need to bring the buns over, and they've joined up, so I'll just separate them like so. They'll be nice and soft on the side, and then what the best thing to do is to dip the top of them in there and just run your finger around, just make sure the top's covered. There. And you do this with all of them. Make sure the icing is all over the top, like so, and then run your finger around so it's covered all over. There you go. So we're back and the ice buns have all been iced, and what I've done is I've cut them just 2/3 of the way through, because we're going to fill these all with delicious cream, which I've whipped up here and placed in a piping bag, and also I've got some lovely jam as well. So what we just need to do is very carefully open the bun. Just get this ready first, that's it. Open the bun and just put a nice helping of cream all along there, and we do that with everyone like that. There, we just put a nice line of jam just over the cream like that, and I'll do it again with this. You can put as much cream and as much jam as you like. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Let's Bake with me, Mommy Ducky. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make these iced buns, and I look forward to reading all your comments. Until next time, bye!